Hi, hello. My name is Sonu. Welcome to Coding Care. So today we will discuss one design pattern called Singleton Design Pattern. So first of all, we have to know what is Singleton and why we need the Singleton Design Pattern. Okay. So first of all, know what is Singleton. Okay. So one is Singleton class is there. So if we create only one object of our entire application, then we call as Singleton class. Okay. Total on entire application, if we create only one single object, then we call as Singleton class. But question is how to create, how to make our classes, or how to design our classes as Singleton, so that other one can create only one object. So how to design our class? Okay. So here I will discuss very deeply. Visit my channel and watch. Let's get started. So first of all, I have created one class, let's say Singleton class. Singleton. So in Singleton class, so this is Singleton class. So let's say this is a class. So I want to create only one object for this class. Okay. Let's say I have created one more class. Let's say I have created one more class called test class with main method, so that I can test how many objects is creating. So now let's say here I am creating, how to create the object of this class. I want to create the object of Singleton class. How? So using new keyword, right? So Singleton is equal to new Singleton. So print hash code sysout s dot hash code. If you printing the hash code and see what is printing, hash code is printing. So one more object I am creating, let's say Singleton s2, and again I print sysout s2. Let's see the hash code of two objects, not to s2 dot hash code. See, now the hash code is different, right? So hash code is different means we can create multiple object of this class. Okay, but I want only one object. How it is possible? So first of all, we have to restrict the user to don't create the object. Okay, so we have to restrict the user. How to restrict the user? So that user cannot create the object. So make as constructor as private. So private Singleton. Okay, this is constructor and I make this constructor as private. If this constructor is private, no one can create the object. See here, this clearly it displayed change visibility of Singleton to package. I mean, let's say if I make as public, then we can create the object. So we cannot make as public because we are not allowed to create the object to the other user. That's why I make here constructor as private. But question is, if I make here constructor as private, how I get the object or how I create the object? That's why we have to write one method, one static method. So that static method will create the object of its own class. So let's say I have created one static method, public static singleton, let's say get instance method, and in this method I have return, okay, now return null, and I have created one variable like private, okay, singleton instance equal to new singleton, okay. So now this instance I return here, okay. So that when we call this method get instance method, then we can get the object. So we cannot create the object here, we just call the static method of singleton class. So this class, or in this class, this static method will create the object of his own classes, means singleton classes. So here just call this method, the static method. How to call the static method? By using class name. So singleton dot get instance method, okay. Let's say I just store into one variable singleton instance 1 and sysout instance 1 dot hash code. Now same thing I copy and paste instance 2. Now it's print instance 2. Let's see what is printing. This time also print two different hash code. Now this time also creating multiple object, but I want only one single object. How it is possible? So here I check if instance equal to null, then this object will created, okay. So but here is the problem is, if instance equal to null, so what is instance? One variable. So this variable make as class level variable, okay. Singleton private singleton instance. Now if instance equal to null, private static. Now if instance equal to null, then instance equal to new singleton, okay. See, now first when call this method, first it will check if instance equal to null or not. If null, then it creates the object and returns the object. If second time call this get instance method, then check instance equal to null or not. This is now this time instance not null, so directly it returns same instance, okay. Let's see, run. Now this time I get same object reference, okay. So here we know how to create a singleton classes, okay. But in these cases some problem is there. So there are multiple ways are there we can create a object of a class, right? So in the next video I'll discuss in this example or in this class still we have some problem. To know the problems and what is the solution for these problems, keep in touch my channel. Thank you.